recollapse was going to happen. Thank you so much for the hearts. Can we get 10 likes? Can we get 20 likes? That would be amazing. The general theory of relativity on its own cannot explain these features or answer these questions because of its prediction that the universe started off with infinite density at the Big Bang singularity. So you can't just rely on general theory of relativity to answer all these different questions. These are some very important questions. Cosmology kind of stands on general theory of relativity and like this expanding universe from the Big Bang singularity and all that stuff. But at the same time, remember that cosmology as a field has really started to evolve in the last 100 years or so. It's actually a kind of more recent field. We didn't even know that there were so many more galaxies beyond our own galaxy until 100 years ago when Hubble did his thing, his observations, telling us that there were a lot more galaxies, and we didn't really understand the size of our universe and the scale of our universe until more recently. And cosmology really has to do with the study of that universe, the study of the entire universe and how it expanded from the Big Bang, and the fact that it's expanding, why is it expanding, the concept of dark energy, which we think is making it expand, those types of things. And this large scale structure question, why did we even have overdensities in some spots to make the stars and galaxies, right? Those types of questions, when answered at the scale of the universe, is cosmology, which is a relatively young field. It's more young than, for example, astronomy. Astronomy has been around forever, traditionally done with visible light, of course, by looking at the stars in the sky. The stars in the sky. I mean, most things, most objects in the sky are probably, galaxies or binaries and things like that too. So, but we say stars, right? But so basically, like doing looking at the sky and looking at the heavenly bodies and trying to understand them or observing them. That's astronomy. It's been around forever. But cosmology as a field is not as new. It's about 100 years old. So some of these facts really have more detail that you have to really pay attention to. So just keep that in mind as we keep going forward, okay? So the general theory of relativity on its own cannot explain these features or answer these questions because of its prediction that the universe started off with infinite density at the Big Bang singularity. At the singularity, general relativity and all other physical laws would break down. So because that's the thing, a singularity is sort of this mathematical concept where you have a point of infinite density. We actually saw that this is also the case with black holes. It's also a singularity. But it's sort of this thing that general relativity doesn't like, basically. As explained before, this means that one might as well cut the Big Bang and any events before it out of the theory because they can have no effect on what we observe. Space-time would have a boundary, a beginning at the Big Bang. So this whole question of, like, space-time and how it acts, how it is affected by gravitation. It's, the massive bodies that bend space-time. All of that is general theory of relativity, right? But in the beginning, when the universe started with the Big Bang and it's that infinite density singularity thing, that's not really explained by general theory of relativity. It's what makes sense. It's where we come from, but it's not really an explanation. You know what I mean? Hello, righteous monk. তুমি এত রূপবতী যে কিছুই বুঝতে পারছি না. Hello, righteous monk. Good to see you here. Please do like and share and subscribe. So, space-time would have a boundary, a beginning at the Big Bang. Science seems to have uncovered a set of laws that, within the limits set by the uncertainty principle, tell us how the universe will develop with time, if we know its state at any one time. These laws may have originally been decreed by God, but it appears that he has since left the universe to evolve according to them and does not now intervene in it. So even if God who is responsible for the beginning or before the beginning of the universe with the Big Bang, it seems that now we kind of evolve without God's intervention, according to Stephen Hawking here, because universe is doing its thing, the dark energy or whatever it is that makes us expand, it's doing